What's up, y'all?
Hello, hello.
Welcome back to Unpretty, the podcast. I'm back with my wife. I told y'all she's going to be in all of them.
I'm here.
All
Let's do
of them. Yeah.
Let's do it.
So we're going to take a little bit of a break from emotional intelligence. We've been doing the first three pillars, and it was just my 45th birthday. It's my birthday month.
Yes,
we also just had our 1-year anniversary yesterday.
Crazy. How fun.
How fun is right. And so in this 45th year, I'm a thinker anyway. You know this about me. But each year I think about what I've gone through and who I am now. Mm-hmm. And so it seemed appropriate to do this topic that I've been wanting to do, which is the decades of life. So the differences in us in our 20s versus 30s and then 40s for me. You ain't there yet.
No.
So
Not
only
yet.
I can speak to the 40s at this point. But yeah, just thinking about who we were then, how that's changed now, and maybe even some things that you liked about yourself in your 20s that maybe you want to, or like that you would want to bring back into your 30s, or not.
Or not.
Or not. So yeah, that's been the biggest thing. And I've had a couple of conversations with people over the years about this. One in particular about quantity versus quality of friends. Yeah. And how that changes from our 20s as we move into our 30s. And for sure it changes in the 40s. And then also just like self-confidence and caring about what other people think, and how that has changed throughout the years.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Would you say in your 20s you cared a lot about what other people thought about you?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot more than you do now.
A lot more than I do now.
Yeah.
I still care.
Sure.
To a certain degree. I care about how people perceive me and all that, but I think that's natural. But yeah, definitely in my 20s, it's like you want to be liked by everybody. I did.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, for sure. I think that's super natural, right? I work with teenagers, and literally the number one thing in their lives right now is social status. Like being liked, not being singled out, not being embarrassed, right? That knowing that they can save face in front of their friends is such a huge part of their identity in high school.
It's like all you have in high school.
It's all you think you have.
Sure.
Because, right, because when the adults in their life look at them, we're like, oh man, can't wait for you to get out of this. Yeah. Because trying to fit in by being what they want you to be versus belonging is so different. And when we're younger, fitting in is all we want. Yeah,
absolutely.
I cared way too much about what people thought about me in my 20s. And I wasn't even like being authentic to myself at that time either.
How would you, why do you say that? Like, what did you do, or what kind of facade did you put on, or?
Yeah, I wasn't out at that time. Just so you know, I'm gay.
What? No way.
Stop it. You should have told me this before we got married. But I wasn't out then in my 20s. And so
nobody knew?
I'm sure people assumed.
But like you hadn't come out to anybody at all?
I never said the words to anyone. Gotcha. And so I was carrying that with me every single day, terrified of somebody finding out. So I cared a lot about what people thought about me.
And at that time, it was so taboo.
For sure. I mean, it's even hard for students now. I spoke to a student today who is scared to tell their friends about, you know, who they're attracted to. Yeah. Let alone back in my 20s.
In the 1900s?
In the late 1900s. Actually, no.
It wasn't.
So early 2000s is when I was, so I turned 20 in 2000. But you're right, completely right. Like the only person I knew of that was out at that time was Ellen. Mm-hmm. And she got fired from her own show.
Right.
So if someone that famous and that loved is going to get fired from her own show,
right,
I ain't saying nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
In high school, I know that's before our 20s, but there was these two boys that walked up to me and just asked me point blank in my face, "Are you gay?" And I immediately answered, "No." And my heart was beating out of my chest.
I bet.
Oh my gosh, I was terrified. I was like, why did they think that? Who said something? How dare you come up to me and ask me that question? Yeah. That was crazy. I did not know them. Weird. I did not know them.
Boys.
But that carried into my 20s though.
Yeah.
I was terrified of people finding out. Late 20s, I finally started coming out to a couple people. Mm-hmm. And for them, it was just like words confirming what they already knew. But at that point is when I actually came out to my mom. Mm-hmm. So that was huge for me and terrifying.
Sure.
Yeah, because I really, one, it's just scary to come out. So the reason that those two boys coming up to me in high school threw me off is because that's not their story to tell.
Right.
It's not for them to ask. I'm sure it was like, I don't know, maybe they were gay and wanted somebody, who knows why they asked.
Might have been a dare or something.
Maybe. You know? They didn't ask it in like an accusing way. I don't ever remember feeling like they're trying to bully me or something. It sounded curious. And now thinking back, I wonder why they wanted to ask that. But anyway, being that terrified of such a huge part of my identity really caused me to care a lot about what other people thought of me. And as I moved into my 30s, so after coming out and then moving into my 30s, I don't know what it was, but for me, and I would love to know how this experience was for you, it seemed like as soon as I turned 30, I was like, oh, I care a lot less about what people think of me. I still care.
Sure.
And I agree with you that it is natural because we are social creatures as human beings.
100%.
So belonging somewhere matters a ton. Yeah. And if people are not going to like you for certain things, that's really scary.
For sure.
But I don't know. When I turned 30, I was like, don't care. Like it was weird.
I wonder if that has to do with you had just came out.
Maybe.
And just that in itself, like, oh, okay. Now people know, like, I don't care what you think. I'm me. I wonder if they have anything to do with each other.
I'm sure.
Or if it was, I'm 30, so I don't care.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. It was probably a combination because the same thing happened at 40 and I've been out since my late 20s. But as soon as I turned 40, I cared even less. So what was your experience from 20s to 30s? Did you have that? Did it feel that way to you?
I don't remember feeling that. I don't know. I'm trying to think back. Like at the time I was in a relationship. So I think the biggest difference between my 20s and 30s is just like maturing and realizing what I want to do a little bit in life. In my 20s, I had no idea.
Sure.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
No clue. I was like, and at the time I'm like, oh my God, I need to know. I need to figure it out. I need to have life all figured out right now in your 20s. And it's like, it helps if you have like a set, you know, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be whatever.
Sure.
And then go down that path. There's so many people who just, that's not what they want to do. And they don't know until later. So I think when I turned 30, not really when I turned 30, but in that time frame, it's like, okay, I think I know the path that I want to go down, and it's going to involve food because I love food and I love to cook. So I was kind of hoping and praying. At the time I was working at a restaurant. I was already in the business, so I had a lot of experience. Um, but yeah, I think it was the major thing was just maturing and realizing, okay, this is the path that I want to go down. And yeah, now I'm 6 years into my 6.5, almost 7 years into my 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there was a change in your confidence as a person? Like in terms of your own self-esteem, self-worth, stuff like that? Did that feel different at all?
I feel like I was more confident in my 20s than I am in my 30s. I think a lot of it has to do with weight and my weight fluctuating. In my 20s, I looked great, and I just like, not that I was ever braggy or boasty, but I was like, yeah, I look good, so I was like confident in that way, like physically. But there's confidence in like knowing who you are, and I didn't have that until my 30s.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah,
because you grow every day and you kind of like evolve all the time. And so in your 20s you haven't really evolved fully yet. I don't know that you ever really fully evolve. I feel like there's maybe no ending to evolving, but yeah, I'm more confident now in like who I am as a person than I was in my 20s, for sure.
Well, everything brain wise, we literally only half of our 20s is our brain fully developed. So that right there is huge. And has, I'm sure, a lot of different repercussions in a good way. After that happens for us. But the wisdom that you're talking about and the confidence in who you are as a person. Yeah, for sure. I felt that a lot. And I think that in turn is why I don't care as much about what people think. I care what certain people think. That's the difference.
Yes.
Everyone cares about what people think. In fact, you should care to some degree. Like, let's not be sociopaths. Like, you should care about what people think of you.
Yes.
If it's genuine and accurate as you do your self-reflection, right? Like, I care what like a stranger may say about me, but not for very long. Because I'm like, you don't even know me. But if someone I really love and care about says something about me, I'm like, oh, I need to look at that. Because these are people that actually do matter to me. And if they're calling something out, maybe that's something that I need to listen to.
Or people should do that.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably true too. But gaining self-confidence and self-esteem and knowing my worth does make me care less about what people say, especially if they have no clue about who I am. And are not bothering to know who I am.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that was really, really big for me. And also knowing that I could actually work on my confidence. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea you could actually work on it. I just thought you either have it or you don't. Not true. Like, it is actually a skill to be developed. You can become more confident. You can know more of your worth, all of that. What do you think was like the difference for you in gaining that confidence in terms of knowing who you are?
Oh no.
Was it experiences? Maybe it was just like going through stuff and reflecting on it and establishing more of who you are.
Probably the experiences. And I feel like everybody's been through things, but I've been through a lot of things, and I think the self-reflection in itself, you learn a lot about yourself.
If you're paying attention.
If you're paying attention.
For sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the experiences. Mm-hmm. What about you?
It wasn't experience. I mean, I'm sure I learned things from experiences. We all learn things from experiences. For me, I credit a lot of my increase in self-confidence and self-worth to personal growth and development. Through starting to read personal growth and development books.
Yeah.
That was actually the key to me becoming more confident in myself. And the more I read, the deeper I understood my worth. And the more I read, the more I loved myself. The more I read, the less BS I started to put. Like, it really helped me to understand that I am here on purpose.
Yeah.
I matter. I deserve to be treated well, right? All of that, honestly, I learned from personal growth and development.
That's so great.
I was not a reader growing up.
Sure.
I really struggled with reading growing up. So then now to be always talking to people about books, which you know I'm always doing, is really cool for me, because that was not my reality back then. How things change.
Yeah.
So now you're in your mid-30s.
Yeah.
Is there any difference between mid-30s and early 30s for you? Or has it all felt just like this really cool upward journey?
It's just felt really cool. I'm still learning every single day. And yeah, I think it's just like a slow uphill climb of just living every day and learning and looking back and being like, oh, I could have done that differently, or next time, or
yes,
you know, yeah. I don't think there's any drastic difference between my being 30 and being 30, almost 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a steady uphill climb, you feel. I love that. Oh, there's my alarm to take my medication. We'll do that after.
Must be 7 o'clock.
It is. So, you're not in your 40s yet.
No.
I am.
Tell me all about it.
Oh my gosh.
So what's the biggest difference for you between your 30s and 40s?
You can't tell me nothing now. You cannot tell. And I'm going to continue. I don't know everything. I'll never know everything.
Sure.
I don't claim to know everything, but I know me.
Yeah.
Real well now.
Better than anybody.
Better than anybody.
Yeah.
And see, not everybody can say that.
That's true.
And I think that's a mistake that people make. If you don't take the time to get to know yourself, then other people can tell you stuff about you.
And you might believe it.
Yeah. Because you don't know yourself well enough, right? You haven't spent the time. You haven't been intentional enough with your self-reflection and self-awareness to actually realize stuff about you. And so then people tell you stuff and then you believe it. That's what I see in my students all the time.
Yeah.
They don't, and which is a big focus in my class, is letting them get to know themselves over the year of taking my class. And I tell them all the time, like, knowledge is actual power. Because the more you know, in particular about yourself, when people say stuff about you, you're like, that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was things that I was believing about myself in my late 30s still that were inaccurate, that people were saying to me, like, you're selfish, you're this, you're that. And I'm like, am I selfish? And now I'm like,
look at the people who are saying it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But that's another thing that actually I would say is the difference between my 30s and 40s is like considering the source.
Definitely.
When I was younger, I just believed what people said about me. I was worried about what they were thinking. In my 30s, I cared a little bit less. But in my late 30s, I was still believing people that were close to me and not considering the source. Yeah. And now when someone says something, I'm like,
it's laughable.
are you someone that I really admire? And that's I think that's super key. If the person telling you something about you isn't someone you admire, you might want to second guess what they're saying.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because what gives them the authority, knowledge? Right. Who are they? Are they the expert?
Yeah. They can't be.
No.
Can't be an expert of you.
Well, if I don't know myself well enough, that could happen. But that's the biggest thing that happened for me in my 40s. And especially at 45, you can't say nothing about me at this point and have me just believe you.
Yeah. So how would you, if someone wants to get to know themselves better and they asked you, how do you go about doing that?
Go watch the self-awareness, emotional intelligence, self-awareness. That will give you some really cool keys. I highly, highly, highly recommend podcasts, TED Talks, books on personal growth and development. There, people have spent a long time doing the research, going through their own stuff, and have put information out there for us to like go gather and use. So use it and read it and listen to it and watch it and do that. Then just being thoughtful is actually the simplest way. Yeah. Like when you get done with an interaction with someone, take a minute and just think to yourself, like, am I proud of how I handled that? Could I have said something better or different? Did I communicate what I wanted to there? Like just the daily practice of like not sitting there and dissecting everything you say, because that's exhausting. Yeah. But taking a moment to reflect, taking a moment to maybe at the end of your day. I heard this somewhere, I forget where it was, but to take time at the end of the day to think about how you would have done things differently in the day that maybe you weren't proud of how you handled it. And or it doesn't have to be something you weren't proud of, but something that you would just tweak a little bit to make better. Just do differently. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
So that can be really great. Another way is 100% journaling. Right?
Yeah.
And then coupling that with some really great information and practice of self-talk and affirmations. You know me, I'm always going to talk about self-talk.
Yes.
The book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter, is the book that changed my confidence on its own. And then I had a lot of support from a lot of other books after that. But that is the book right there that started, started to change everything for me, because he actually teaches in the book how you create self-talk statements.
What is it called again? How you talk to yourself?
I just forgot.
You just
how
said it.
I know. And I talk about that book all the time.
What to say?
Yeah, thank you. Holy moly.
See, when you're 45, you start to
wow.
Just kidding.
Wow.
They were gone before 45.
What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Cool.
So yeah, I would recommend that, because you have to learn how to talk to yourself well, positively.
Yeah.
And you can do that with self-talk is more detailed than affirmations. Affirmations are a great start. I think there's some really cool apps that like you can have like an affirmation pop up each day. I've seen those advertised or seen people talk about them. So that's awesome, right? It's at our fingertips now. But yeah, those I think, so books, podcasts, journaling, self-talk, affirmations, TED Talks, all of that.
Nice.
Start to engulf yourself in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now at 45, I just know myself so well. I can communicate who I am, what I'm about so well, because I messed up along the way and learned from my mistakes and chose to get better. And so now at 45, I'm like the best version of myself that I've ever been. That's really cool to be able to say.
Absolutely.
But you have to be willing to do the work to get there. And my intention is to get better every year.
Sure.
So I'm not going to just sit and be like, okay, well,
I'm great.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, still plenty of room for improvement, plenty of things that I still want to do, plenty of things that I need to learn, right? And so just never being just content with progress.
Yeah.
Like always trying to progress, being grateful and content and like joy and happiness, sure.
Yeah.
But to be on a continual path and journey of growth, I think is what life is.
Absolutely.
And I hope that we're all growing into our best selves, and that every decade gets better because of that.
Definitely.
That's what I've really learned.
So what are you looking forward to most in your next decade? The big 50s.
Yeah. Which I know some people, I think when we're young, 40 sounds like really old. Like when I tell my students I was born in 1980, you hear them gasp, and I'm like, easy trigger, like calm down. Yeah. But when we were their age, we thought 40 was old. For sure.
Yeah.
And now being 40, I'm like, girl, not even close.
Right.
And so 50 to me sounds awesome because every decade has gotten better. And if 50 is better than the 40s,
sign me up.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So my intention is to grow even more into myself and like what I'm supposed to be doing in the world. Like I know teaching, right, where I'm at with my job is where I'm supposed to be. I love my school. I love the opportunity to grow there. 3rd year as assistant principal, 22nd or 23rd year in education, whatever it is. Yeah. And all that's beautiful. I just also think there's other ways that I'm supposed to be impacting the world that I haven't quite done yet. And so that's what I'm most looking forward to do because I know myself so much better now. I'm not as afraid of the things that I was before. Good. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Okay.
What about you? What do you look? Because you are only a few years away from 40.
I am.
Does that excite you? Does it terrify you?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I've never been one to say, okay, when you get to 60-year-old or 70-year-old, like old to me is like 90, you know, like great grandparents, you know, like I embrace age and I don't try to like shy from it. So, what am I most looking forward to? I don't know, just bettering myself in all ways and excited to see like where this job opportunity takes me and where that branches off to and maybe start my own business and you know, Midge's Munchies. So yeah, just self-improvement in all categories.
Yeah.
I really think my 40s are going to be it for me. So it's exciting.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of work to do to be like my best self at 40. So starting my 40s off, I have some goals that I want to hit by the time I turn 40. And then after that, I'm just excited to see what happens.
Yes, ma'am.
So
I'm glad I get to be by your side for it.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
So quality versus quantity.
Oh yeah.
Quality versus quantity. Knowing ourselves really well, not caring as much about what people think about us.
Yeah.
Those kind of are like the main 3 things.
Yeah.
I would say. I want to kind of close off with this that I heard from someone and I was like, wow, that's actually really telling. So when we're younger, if you think of like $1, when we're younger, right, we think we need 100 pennies. And those pennies are friends, people, right? When we're young, we think we need all of these people. And then like middle school, into high school, I think it's more like 10 dimes.
Yeah.
Right? We're probably thinking at that point. Maybe some people are still at like, what would it be, 20 nickels?
Yeah.
So probably high school might still be 20 nickels.
Okay.
Some of my students are at like the 10 dimes already. And then some of them are kind of ahead of schedule because they're already at like 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Like they've realized that you don't have to be liked by everyone, just a few great people. That's actually a line in Greatest Showman, something like that. She says to, Charity says to P.T. Barnum, like, you don't have to be liked by everyone, just a few great people.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's really important.
And true.
And so true.
Yeah.
So true. And that is something I've definitely realized. I love being around people.
Yeah.
Good people that lift us up.
Yes.
And we're, I think, fortunate that we probably have more than 4 quarters. We have a lot of great people in our lives.
We do.
But the really close ones, though, it's probably 2 50-cent pieces.
100%.
And I'm content with that.
Yeah.
A few great people that are ride or die, know you, will also call you on your BS, but love you up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need pennies. Or
Nah.
No dimes.
Nah.
I might just need the $1, honestly. Just give me the $1.
You do get to a point where it's like, if I just have one person that just like really sees me and hears me and knows me. Yeah, it's golden for sure. And we have more, like we are very fortunate.
Yeah.
Got some great people in our lives.
For sure.
So there it is, y'all. So quality over quantity. Know yourself better than anybody else, so nobody can tell you nothing.
Right.
And know your worth, right? Really get to know yourself. Spend some intentional time doing that.
Yeah. Because
when you know you best, the world opens up for you in a really cool way. Yeah.
I love that.
Decades of life, y'all.
Yeah.
45 and loving it. 45 and loving it.
She great.
That's true. See, I know myself well enough to know that when she says I'm crazy, that's true. Yeah. That's it. Cool. Is that all we got for the people today? This time?
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next time, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.
Mooses.
She did it quicker this time. Let's go.